Hello there, this is Jason from Leola Stained Glass, and I'm going to show you how to prep and solder a proper plus sign and T sign solder joint on this 1/2-inch lead cane. I'm using a non-abrasive scouring pad that won't scratch the glass, and I'm lightly polishing each intersection to get off the residues and oxidation on the cane that naturally occur during storage. I'm then going to apply my soldering flux in the shape of a T at our T intersections. And then the shape of a plus sign at our cross sections here. Making sure the flux is applied sort of square and perpendicular to how the plus sign is going to be. Making sure my pieces are lined up here. If there's any play or looseness in the joint, which is fine, it will be tightened up by putty later. And we're just going to go ahead and sort of carefully add our solder to each side of the intersection. And I'm using a ripping hot iron here. And notice that I am not touching necessarily the soldering iron to the cane, trying to prevent melt out or burn out of the cane. And we want that solder to be nice and smooth and self-level. Once I have it all the way around the joint there, I'm going to then flood the center with some solder, and then we're simply going to allow this to self-level. Notice I'm going over this whole joint and allowing the entire joint to be melted as one, so then it cools without any seams. Just add a little bit more here. I'll go back over this whole thing again. And there we go. We have our perfect plus sign there. And we'll go in here and do this T in the same fashion. We'll get it set on the opposite sides of the joint. Draw one end of the T. And draw the other end, and then we're going to come in here and fill this and allow it to smooth itself out and self-level. Notice that the solder joint is smooth, and I do not see the seams of the lead that come together and intersect. It is a very strong, smooth joint. And then I want to immediately come in with a towel, a paper towel of some kind, and get that flux off of there. That flux can get gummy and be very difficult to remove later. Now we have a perfect T and a perfect plus.